25 miles east of Charlotte, a place called Monroe, North
No,
Carolina.
I met him here like
And that's where I come
when I was
from.
15
And
too, actually.
I left there at the age of 19, right there. I guess a year after, or so after I graduated from high school, and went to Washington, D.C. My success came too soon. See, I had the #1 record in Washington, D.C. at 21. I came in there and I first got with the band In the Ghetto. We stayed together for, I guess, for maybe about a year. Band broke up. And so I took half of the band with me, the best, and that's how I got started like that. Because I started off in Washington, D.C., as I say, with the band In the Ghetto. I had one saxophone, and I could be walking up the street and you could see the back of the whole of my case. That's all I had. But I rose to different things. I got a club job and I experienced a club job. I stayed in one club there for 2 years. And these people were calling in and remember saying, yeah, well, we remember Bobby Sachs with all those long lines at the Carnival Club, which that's where I played at and stayed there for 2 long years. That's how I got going. But it was a very, very, very popular spot. But now that I know that I made it more popular than it ever had been because of staying there, this man kept me there for 2 years. And he sure didn't keep me there for 2 years because he wasn't paying me nothing. See, I didn't know the business. Before, let's see, one time, after my marriage broke up there in D.C., I came home and before I went to Detroit, I came home out of D.C. for about 2 months. I practiced 3 months, 2 or 3 months, every day of the week. No job, 8 hours a day. Get up at 10 o'clock and go to about 12. Take me a break, walk over to Hardee's, somewhere to get a sandwich. Come back and do 4 more hours and no job in sight. So I got all that together. When I got myself together, practice, I went back to Washington, D.C. I said, I guess I'll go up here and blow these people out in Detroit. And I got lucky in 2 weeks. I was asking my auntie, did she know anybody in the music? See, I went in there going to do music. She didn't know, but she knew somebody in her ex-husband's family, and she took me over to some club in the ghetto. And I was in there one night, and I was playing Summertime, and I never will forget this. And in this club in the ghetto, if you can get over in the ghettos, you know, I'm talking about the hard ghetto, because they can let you know, but you know, you better be on home. You half-ass, you know, they might throw beer cans at you. You know, this is kind of stuff. And I was playing Summertime, and I played Summertime, and I heard a guy holler out of the noise, blow your heart out. And when I finished, and I came home, and I was trying to get the job with this group, you know, and this guy said, hey, come here a minute. He said, you're not from around here. I said, no, I'm from Washington, D.C. He said, you looking for work? I said, that's exactly what I'm looking for. He said, you ever heard of this group called the Floaters? He said, well, anyway, I'm the band leader. And if you want a job, he said, you got one. I said, right there. And the next thing I know, this thing going on tour. And the next thing, the month after that, I was standing up in a hotel in Beverly Hills. We were going to take the Don Kirshner Rock concert. Stand there, ordering food during the day and getting ready for that show. This is why I know that how things can change quickly, you know. But this time, when things change, this time when I get to look to change, I'm gonna be ready with my paperwork, because that's what's been missing all along. Right, my paperwork, my business. gonna play y'all a melody which you will like. Here it goes. And we played in some of the places where I never would have thought an R&B group would play, which would be Carnegie Hall. I was really shocked at them going into a place like that. But I guess that's the way that things have really changed. Things have moved so fast and progressed so fast for R&B artists like that, especially back in '77 to get in Carnegie Hall, you know. And also we played at a place which I will always remember and have remembrance of is back in, I think it was '78 we played the Superdome in New Orleans, which there was 80,000 people there. That's one of the biggest places that I've ever, of course, that I've ever played at. And also fronting for a group in a place like that gave me, I guess, a little dab more of experience. And the Commodores, which was on the show, which Lionel Richie was just getting ready to lead the Commodores in '78 to go out on his own. And we had a group on there called The Emotions, which did a platinum record too. At the same time, the Floaters were out. And moving on from there, we went to LA, which we played the Roxy Theater there in LA, which is one of the well-known places there in LA. The Roxy Theater is where Natalie Cole and Chaka Khan, performances like that being held in the LA area. And this lady was up on the 8th floor. And the next day I saw her, she said, yesterday I was feeling bad. And she said, when you played Amazing Grace, she said, I felt better. I kept that in mind. She said, I feel better.